Coming up on DNM Cast.
And then he passed, sadly, in October of 2022. I kind of felt obligated to do what I wanted to do for him, you know, because he's the one who brought me to the sport.
It's like, I think it's a good metaphor as well that like there's so much talking that comes from the sidelines, and the only one that really matters is coming from your teammates on the court or the field, or like the people in your circle, for that metaphor. And it's like just drowning out the sidelines. They're over the fence for a reason. Like there's fucking no one. Like
for the first little while, it really did affect me. You know, seeing all these comments of people just, you know, despising someone so much who they don't even know. Like I found that crazy. You know, how can you hate me so much? You don't even know me.
Yeah. Guys, gotta get onto the coconut.
Shut up.
Absolutely.
You said this?
All right, we'll get into it. So welcome back to the DNM Cast. This is episode 37. We are back in our studio after last week's Sydney trip. Very good to be back.
I am never driving to Sydney and back ever again.
Didn't even drive.
Luke did about 4 of the combined 18 hours, so in his push. Anyway, today we have a guest that I've been wanting to get on personally for a while. I think is very inspirational. Very at such a young age doing the content he does, it's remarkable. So welcome to Baxter Newman, aka Road to the USA.
Thank you very much, guys. Really happy to be here. It's gonna be a good time.
It's good. So anyone unfamiliar, Bax, you are 16 years old.
Yes.
You're 11 at school, and you've been doing a video every day for the past 389 days of your documenting your road to the USA, college-wise, basketball. He's 6'6", he's a big fucking boy.
You're massive. Are your parents tall? Yeah.
No, my parents are short. My mom's like 4'11", maybe 5 foot.
Dad's tall or something?
Dad's like 6 foot, 6'1". Yeah, I just kind of got lucky.
Yeah.
You know.
You're the youngest guest that we've had on, probably.
Yeah, would be. Yeah, no, it's good. He's exploded recently. He's been doing obviously for 380. That's well over a year. So he's exploded very recently. Played in front of Drake recently, which we'll get into. We'll touch in more detail. And I think just showing constant improvement. And he's been met with a little bit of backlash, which is happens with no matter what content you put out. So give us a brief introduction about yourself, like everything they need to know about you.
Well, my name's Bax. I play basketball. I've only been playing for a few years, but you know, decided one night that I really want to do this professionally. So I kind of made the choice to lock in with it, start making videos and start training every day. And it's changed my life completely.
Huge. So what's, I guess, your family, think of your social media, are they supportive? Are they like go against it a little bit?
My family has been so supportive. I've got, you know, 2 parents who really, really care for it and are really supportive with it. My siblings are really, really support it. I mean, for the first, you know, few months, you know, they see someone making these little cringy videos and they were kind of laughing at it, but as they've seen it come up, they've kind of really supported it and they've really helped me out with it, especially having such a big family.
Yeah,
you know, that's really helped me with it.
Where did like all the content come from? Did you feel like it was content to kind of like keep you accountable when you're training, like just to document, you know, your journey? Like,
yeah, it kind of all happened on accident. Like I started it just for myself to be able to track my progress. I never thought about it going anywhere. It was just, you know, I want to be able to look back at this, see how far I've come and hold myself accountable every day, like you said.
Yeah.
But then it kind of slowly turned into, you know, this kind of community of, you know, kids are starting it now, and, you know, I kind of put in some little funny bits of my own. And but at the end of the day, it's really been all about holding myself accountable and to that standard of training every single day and kind of that Kobe Mamba mentality. Like, I really want to live by that.
Obviously, you're a basketball player. How did you get into playing basketball? Was it your parents playing basketball type thing, or did you just pick it up one day?
Actually, when I was, I started a lot later, but I played just a season with my friends when I was like, I want to say 11, 12, and I played with one of my good mates. His name was Ethan, and we played for a season, and then he got sick. He got cancer, and he stopped playing, and I think I kept playing for a little while, but I kind of stopped for a season as well. And then he passed, sadly, in October of 2022. And so, you know, he was never like thinking of going professional or anything, but I kind of felt obligated to do what I wanted to do for him, you know, because he's the one who brought me to the sport. I kind of felt the obligation to, you know, take this as far as I can, not just for me, but for him and his legacy. So I kind of started training every day and documenting it, and you know, there was always the haters and stuff, but I knew I always had at least one person on my side, and that was him, because I knew if he was here, he'd support it.
Yeah, that's touching. I feel like people like now know that about you. It's handy to know that there's a deeper reason behind it than just a hobby.
Yeah.
So you touched on the hate. That's something that I noticed when I was looking at your videos, and I think that if you were American making the same kind of videos, it wouldn't be an issue. I think it's a different difference in culture that really like, I guess, brings the worst out of people in terms of your content. Being so young, how do you deal and perform with all these negative opinions and attention?
I think for the first little while, it really did affect me. You know, seeing all these comments of people just, you know, despising someone so much that they don't even know. Like I found that crazy. You know, how can you hate me so much? You don't even know me.
Yeah.
But after doing it for a long time, you know, I realized like I'm doing this for myself. And one of my favorite quotes is, "Why would I like everyone? Like why would I care what everyone thinks? I don't like everyone." You know, like not everyone who comments. Like I think, you know, you're commenting hate about me, but even if you were commenting love, I wouldn't care because I don't know you.
Yeah.
Like your opinion doesn't matter to me, and that's not in like a
dig or anything.
That's not
Just
even like a
general.
dig. That's not even like a
Bad meaning.
like a bad meaning to it. It's just like, if you aren't part of the people I love and part of the people I care about, your opinion doesn't really matter to
That's
me.
real.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's actually, I've never heard it, like looked at it like that, you know, like you could, like a lot of the time, like you get love and all that, you're just like, oh my God, thanks, oh my God. But realistically, like they're nothing to you. And it's just like,
It's the
Obviously,
same
that's
goes for
the
hate.
respect.
Yeah,
I
no,
love that.
I
I love
in
the
the most
comments.
respectful way possible,
Yeah,
but
yeah,
it majority like mainly goes for hate when you look at it that
Yeah,
way.
yeah.
When it's like people are hating on you, it's like they could not give a fuck about your
Yeah.
opinion.
I think that's a great way to look at it because it is so hard. And you post a video, you actually might put time into it, you actually like it, show me your personality, then all of a sudden someone's like, "Oh, I hate this guy sucks." And you're like, "Oh, come on, bro. Like, you know, I'm just doing my thing." So like, it's not easy to push that past. But like, I know you thought about it like that, but have you got like your family behind you that kind of support you when you are having that negativity or anything like that? And
Yeah, my family is super important to me. I mean, you know, I'm really close to my mom, close to my dad, I'm close to my entire family. So, you know, it doesn't matter how much I get hated on, I've got my family to go home to, and that kind of means more than everything. And in the sense, you know, not everyone likes me, not everyone matters. You know, in my realm and what I'm doing, I keep a tight circle, you know, and those people, they're all supportive of me, and those are the voices I try and keep around myself constantly.
Huge.
so you say you're in school currently in year 11, you said. What's it like at school? Like obviously you're a big persona on social media, basketball and all that, posting videos. What do you like at the start were you getting backlash at school? Like obviously people try to tear people down, tall poppy syndrome. Oh, sorry, going back
not
to
the washing, mum, please.
what's it like? What are the people around you at school like?
I actually just moved schools about a week or two ago.
Yeah.
This is my third high school. I've never really gotten comfortable anywhere, but at my old school, you know, it was small school, 250, 300 kids.
Yeah.
And I started it there, so no one really cared. But when I moved, everyone knew me. And it's kind of put the social media aside, a 16-year-old going to a new school where everyone already knows you and has been watching you.
Yeah.
That's a scary feeling, you know? And everyone already had an idea about me based off of how I am online.
Yeah.
And I kind of felt like I didn't have a chance to make my first impression. Like my first impression was already given for me. So I decided, you know, I'm just gonna be myself, and if people like me, they like me.
Yeah,
and I think people. I've got some good friends now at the new school, and you know, a lot of people hate on it. You know, wherever I walk in the hallway, you'll hear a ROAD2USA or you'll hear something like that. Like a lot of people don't even know my name. Like they just know me as ROAD2USA, which I'm not mad about.
I think it's a pretty good, I guess, hobby and habit to have in terms of social media at 16. Because I personally, when I was 16, like my friends and I would, as a hobby, find it hilarious to like knock people and
Tom was a menace. When he
not
was a
stop
kid.
when until like the
Tell me
cops came.
stories.
We would like throw eggs at people having parties at the park, all kinds of shit. Like, but being 16, I guess you get to do stuff that normal 16-year-olds do. Like, do you enjoy that kind of stuff, or are you just purely focused on like your craft and grind?
Yeah, I mean, obviously my craft and my grind is a really important part to me, but you know, I'm like, you got to appreciate, love life. Like I'm 16 right now. I don't have much responsibility. So outside of social media, like stuff like this, you know, even though it's still like correlated with social media, it's fun. You know, I love doing fun things, you know, going out, playing in front of Drake and stuff like that. Like I've had memories at 16 that like, these are going to last me a lifetime. Like, you know, I'm just loving where I'm at right now.
You said playing in front of Drake. We'll go into that. So that would have been surreal. I mean, Drake's just Drake. Needs no introduction. What was it like finding out that Drake's coming and then having to perform or play knowing that Drake's watching you?
Yeah, I mean, I didn't know he was coming until 10 minutes before I hopped on the court. So the people I was playing with, most of them knew, but they knew if they told me a few hours before, I'd tweak out a little bit. So they decided to wait. And I remember they were talking and they were like hiding it from me. I'm like, just tell me. Like I'm freaking out. Like just tell me. And he's like, all right, Drake's coming to watch.
Yeah.
I'm like, are you serious? Like, I called my mum straight away. I was like, Mom, Jake's about to watch me hoop. I was terrified. Like, there were fog machines waiting. We were about to walk out to like a walkout song and stuff. And I'm standing behind the stage, and I'm terrified because I'm about to walk out and play in front of hundreds of people against Cam Wilder, who I've been watching for a very, very long time. Really big inspiration to me, as well as Drake, who I'm a basic white girl. I love Drake. Everyone loves Drake. And I'm walking out there, and the way I thought about it was, if I don't try, like I play scared and I fail, they're just as bad as each other. So I went out there and I gave it everything I had. And I went off that court knowing I did everything I could, and I was really proud. You know, I got a few buckets. You know, took 2 shots, made 2 shots.
There you go, 100%, baby.
You know, 100% field goal. That's efficient. That's definitely efficient.
We'll switch it up again. So obviously, you're pretty open and honest about your athleticism, and I guess like how good you really are, which is kind of rare in the basketball community. I feel like a lot of people fake it till they make it. And I guess the people assume that because you make content, you're some kind of like prodigy who's going to get drafted #1 overall. And it's not really like that. I think the purpose of your videos are to show the improvement, not like the result. I know in your voiceovers, you're very mature. It's like, I know I'm not there yet, but I got a lot to work on. And that's like maturity, like far beyond 16.
Thank you. I've been told I was never going to be able to do this for a very long time. You know, I could make so many excuses. You know, I'm not athletic. You know, I'm 6'6". I'm not getting up. You know, I'm not fast. You know, I'm not particularly strong. Like, there's not much about me that screams like, yeah, that's an athlete. Like, you see these high school players like Cooper Flagg and these people in the States who are, you know, my age throwing up 360 windmills. You know, I don't have any of that. But one thing I've always had is a drive and motivation to accomplish what I want. Yeah. And I think that's going to bring me a lot further. You know, give it a year or two, we'll see. Like stats will show. A year ago, you know, no one knew who I was. Yeah. You know, it's with time. You know, I never let someone tell me I couldn't.
On that, like with the stat checking bullshit that people do, there's been videos made that I've like ripped them in the comments for doing, where people have come to your game to watch their friend, but they're actually filming you. Yeah. And it's like a game where you've come on for 2 minutes or something, whatever, and he's posted it having a crack at you. Do you see those kinds of videos, and how do you, like, I guess, mentally respond to them?
I see those videos, and you know, I could say it doesn't affect me, but I'm 16 years old, man. Like, it's a lot of pressure. I love the pressure though, you know, like, you know, we're going to look back at these videos in a year, and I'm not saying I'm amazing, but in a year it's going to be a different.
Exactly. And I think what I noticed doing prep for this is you go back and watch like day 1, day 10, day 20, the improvement between then and day 388 is like insane. And I think you get to day 600, who knows where you're going to be. So it's like, and it's re-emphasis on the fact that anyone watching these videos aren't to show the results, to show the progress and to show like the grind that you're doing to get there, not like flashing off that you're this amazing player.
Do you feel like there's a lot of pressure? Obviously you want to get drafted and stuff. With you making content, do you feel like that may affect like obviously people's opinions about you when it comes to draft?
Definitely. That's a good question. I think like I've kind of learned to embrace it, but I didn't want to be known as a content creator. Yeah. I wanted to be known as a basketball player who makes content. Yeah. Like, as much as I love the community and everything, I hoop. Like, this is what I want to do. You know, I didn't want to be known as he's just a TikToker. You know, he can't really do this.
Not really play ball. And there shouldn't be a problem with you loving basketball and posting content. You know, but
I think it's crazy how many people hate something like that.
Yeah. Back to the social media, I don't think yours will affect you because yours is all positive and you're actively talking about how this is what I need to work on. I'm not there yet. I'm working to get there. But if you were going on and saying like, yeah, look, this is me hitting a 3, like, fuck you all. That's different. But I think if anything, your social media will help you because it shows maturity far beyond your years. And if you like just keep that as a base, you know, you said you don't want to be known as a content creator, but God forbid, touch wood, everyone, anything goes wrong with basketball, you have that to fall back on. Yeah. And it can be in the basketball space, it can be in general content creation space. You always have those video editing skills and everything to fall back on. So is that content creation, basketball side, what else is your interests? Like what else, like studies wise, maybe like business, whatever, like what's you?
That's a good question. Actually, my personality is pretty bland. I hoop, like that's really my thing, but I love music. Like, you know, I'm not a rapper or a singer or anything, but I love the culture around music. I feel like it's pretty similar to basketball and those two areas kind of integrate a lot. Yeah. I like, if you're not catching me hooping or in the gym, I'm just listening to music.
Do you know how to sing?
No. I can't sing. I cannot sing. I
actually-
cannot sing.
I
Catch me in the
dabble-
shower.
I dabble a little bit in singing.
No,
Yeah.
no, not well.
Good idea to
Anyway,
I'm a good singer.
basketball and everything doesn't exist. What could you see yourself doing as a career? Basketball, music don't exist. What's your career?
I think that's part of the reason I started is because I don't know if I'd be happy doing anything else.
Yeah, okay, fair
Like
enough.
I know like at the end of the day you got to be realistic and all that, but like I could not imagine doing anything else. Like I'm putting all my eggs in one basket.
Yeah.
you know,
I
which-
feel like when you're in the situation that you're in, like it's like hard to think about doing something else when you love something so much and you're so
Yeah.
passionate about it.
yeah.
So I think if I'm 16 and I was you, just fucking do it.
Yeah,
like
like-
you have so much time. You're still young. If you want to fall back on something, do it when you're 24, 23. You know.
If I fall short, but I know I gave it everything I had, then that's enough for
Yeah.
me. You know, I'm just gonna give this everything I have, and I think I'm gonna achieve it. Worst case scenario, which won't happen, it doesn't work out. I gave everything I had. You know,
Exactly.
and I bring my religion into a lot. I'm a strong Christian guy. I base it all around my faith.
Yeah,
You know, if I do it all through God, that's
yeah,
enough for me.
yeah, huge.
yeah.
How do you? So we've talked about negative attention. Obviously, you're exploding recently. We're just talking about your follower growth. Anyone context, by the way, I keep saying that. I picked Baxter up before this because he's obviously 16, can't get anywhere. We were talking in the car, and he's like saying he's like all these followers recently. It comes off with a lot of attention, especially in person. What about the positive attention? So people like coming up to you asking for photos. How do you handle that? Because it's a bit confronting sometimes.
To me it's still surreal. Like I don't know why you want a photo with me. Like
Yeah,
because to
I'm
me
with
it's
you.
just like I'm a normal guy.
Yeah,
But you know, it's what makes it worth it is like when, you know, 11, 12-year-old kid comes up to me with his mom.
Yeah.
And his mom takes a photo of us and he's super excited to see me.
yeah,
That makes like those 5 a.m. mornings and those super late nights, that makes all that worth
and
it.
the
to
hate
me.
comments as well.
It makes all of it worth
Yeah.
it because you see like the influence you have on a younger generation, you know, and I'm seeing all these kids starting like, you know, road to NBL and stuff.
Yeah,
I'm seeing a lot of kids start that and they're tagging me and stuff. And I just see these kids working out, like, you know, doing their ball handling and stuff at like 10, 11 years old.
yeah.
And that to me makes it all worth it.
You've just said the other people do starting the road to USA. We've seen a lot of not copycats, because I don't know if you're the first to ever do it, but like people obviously copying you in Australia. You're up to day 389 now,
Yeah.
which is a lot of fucking days. It's well over a year. Was there ever a time where you got like day 60, day 50, day 100 where it's like, fuck, like I'm getting no views. How do I keep going?
There was a moment. I've had several, but the real core one was at around the day 200 mark.
Yeah,
Where I wasn't getting views.
yeah,
I wasn't like, I think I made a real quantum leap from day 200 to 300, even skill wise, but I wasn't getting views. I wasn't that great, you know, and I had a game. It was a final, like a semi-final game. And I didn't get on the court very much because I wasn't very good. And I was playing in a low level and it was low level basketball and I wasn't getting on the court.
yeah,
And there was like 50 people watching, I want to say. Like,
yeah,
even though I didn't have followers, everyone wanted to watch me fail.
Yeah.
Like that was a point where everyone wanted to watch me fail. And I came off the court and I was real upset. And I put my head in my hands, and people took photos and it went viral everywhere. And I went home that night and I was really upset. And I'm just like, I don't know if I can do this.
Yeah.
You know, this pressure is so much. All I want to do is play basketball. I'm not a negative guy. Like I'm really positive on the internet, and everyone hated me. You know, it's really tough to be 16 years old and everyone hates you and you don't know why.
yeah,
So, but then I think back and I think if I quit there,
yeah. You wouldn't be here.
I wouldn't be here right now. So
Yeah.
whenever I have times like that now, it's just think about how much this will matter in 100 days.
Yeah,
Will I
exactly.
remember it? No.
Yeah,
I feel like me and Tommy, I don't know about you if you had too much, but I remember when I was playing footy this year, we started doing the podcast and there was like people would come to the games and there was just crowds behind the goals, just absolutely just abusing us with absolutely everything. I know Tommy was doing like fullback kickouts and he was just getting absolutely abused. So that's just like the Australian culture. But I always tell myself is like, there's a reason why you're in like, they're in the crowd hating, drinking a beer and you're out there playing. Like that's every time someone hates, I'm like, sometimes I like even say to them, but like, bro, you're literally outside the fence. Don't even like try to talk to me.
yeah. It's like, I think it's a good metaphor as well that like, in not just with footy, like generally speaking, like there's so much talking that comes from the sidelines. And the only one that really matters is coming from your teammates on the court or the field or like the people in your circle, for that metaphor. And it's like just drowning out the sidelines. They're over the fence for a reason. Like there's fucking no one. Like don't worry about their opinion. Focus on you and surround yourself with your teammates or your people that are gonna, get you to the right places. Speaking on that, teammates, you're playing with, obviously it's a basketball team sport and you're doing this content creation. Do they get around you for that?
Yeah, my team's super supportive. I've got,
Good, yeah.
it's a new squad. I haven't really stuck at a club for very long. I'm a club hopper.
Yeah.
You know,
Fuck yeah.
I'm at where I'm at right now. I've got a really supportive team. You know, really good group of guys.
Yeah.
And they all get around it. You know, they're all really supportive. You know, whenever I achieve something, they're all there congratulating me, and they all want to see me succeed.
Good,
and I think
yeah.
it's really important. You know, when you've got so much hate and people driving out to come watch you play just to hate on you,
Yeah.
it's good to have between those four lines a group of kids
Who have your back.
want to see you succeed.
Yeah, they've got your back.
They've got me. Like, you know, I get on the court, I don't get as much minutes. You know,
Yeah.
it's no secret, but that's no one's fault. I've got to earn those minutes.
Yeah. What about contrastly opposing players?
Yeah, that sort of gets a little interesting. You know, I mean,
Bit of trash talk and shit.
yeah. I mean, I had an event last week where I was playing, and a lot of the other teams talk crazy, and you know, they're like, when I take a shot, they say hell no, and then I just see it go, and you just look at them, like you were just wrong.
I saw the like
Yeah,
the
the little celebration.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, in those type of events, you got to get a little smooth with
You
it. You know, some teams, they just want to see me fail. Like
Yeah.
they make it their mission to shut me down.
yeah.
Shut up.
It's like that's the tension that I'm talking about. Like with content creation, like no other player, if you weren't making content, you wouldn't be getting that kind of attention, which makes it harder to succeed on the court, like basketball wise. That you're getting all this extra defense, extra attention. Like dealing with that at 16 must be tough. It must play real like games in your head. Support network wise, like your parents, are they always there for you? Are they aware that sometimes maybe it gets a bit negative sometimes in your world?
I think because it wasn't around when they were young,
Yeah.
they don't understand it as much. They're super supportive, but I struggle to talk about things like that. I try and keep it to myself, which probably isn't great, but you know, the process a lot. You know, like I'm not gonna act like it isn't. I've learned how to deal with it and I've learned how to harness it in the moment, but you know, it's tough.
Yeah.
It's hard when you have so many people just aiming for you.
Yeah.
Like I hop on the court and you know, there's someone right there trying to get a clip of them locking me up.
Yeah, and with the social media stuff as well, obviously, like, I came and picked you up this morning. Like, are they chill with all that? Like, are they just like, oh, I'm going on this podcast. The guy's trying to get me in like half an hour, by the way.
Yeah. I think recently they understand how much it's taking off because at first they were like, why are you going to do that? Why would he want to pick you up? What's so special about you? like not even like an arsehole way. Just like, you know, why would he want that? But you know, now whenever I'm out with my parents and my family and kids are coming up to take photos with me and you know, people were just interested to see me and you know, they're like, oh, okay, all right, people know who he is. He must be doing something interesting.
Yeah.
So they're super supportive, you know. I mean, 16 years old and I'm out hooping until midnight or like out doing a podcast and probably shouldn't lick that.
No, that's fine. Don't dox us. Don't come here.
I was about to say. But they understand they don't understand how it works, but they understand like I've got to do it.
Yeah.
You know, they're super supportive in that way.
Do you work outside of this? Like, do you have a job? Like a little job?
Actually, kind of funny. I used to ref basketball, referee.
Yeah, no, I can't do that anymore.
I can't do that anymore. Because like I'll be on the court refing and the kids will hop on the court and be like, ROAD2USA?
Like, fuck you, bro.
Like, I've got people on the sidelines yelling at me and stuff, so I couldn't really do it anymore. But like even on public transport, like the other day I was super tired, so I was sleeping on the bus on the way home.
Can't do that.
And I wake up to just a phone of a video just in my face.
So bad, yeah.
And I'm like, so I don't know how I'm supposed to get around now.
Yeah.
Like I'm not a celebrity or anything, not by any means am I a celebrity.
Well, I think you're getting close.
He's well known. A lot of people are well known in Melbourne.
Yeah, but I'm never gonna get like my head's never gonna get too big. Like, I'm never gonna.
Not like Luke's.
Yeah, not like mine. Mine is into.
At least you can recognize it.
Yeah, of course, self-aware. Now we've like experienced a lot. Like, I feel like recently, like when we started the podcast, like it's just different now when you go out because people do recognize you. People are trying to like kind of prey on your downfall or try to get a clip of you or anything. Like I was in the bathrooms the other day at some club and then I was like taking pictures like, oh, that guy, and like people trying to like put like phones in my face and stuff. And it's just like, oh, bro, like this is ridiculous. Like, So I was taking a piss, by the way. That could have sounded.
That was my mate. That
it's
filmed
pretty
it.
bad.
No, that was a different time. It was on
That's so weird.
Yeah, I was taking a pee and someone's coming and like, oh, it's filming me. I'm like, nah.
You should midstream just.
Yeah. Piss on it.
Just full to it.
Going on to that, we'll go back to Baxter a bit more later. We have Diezel's diary, which
Yes,
is taking a
back.
hiatus for a couple of weeks. We're bringing it back. He's informed us he has a story. So
Yeah.
here we go.
So it's obviously been Valentine's Day. and it just made me reflect back on the last couple of years. So the first time that I was dating my girlfriend, it was Valentine's Day, and I obviously couldn't like deliver flowers in time. So I called up my dad, and I was like, "Hey, Dad, like I've bought these flowers. I just need you to write in a card for me, and then drop it off to Tyler." And then he's like, "Yep, no worries." And then me, obviously, like so willingly enough, trusting my dad, thinking that he'd do the right thing. He obviously dropped them off, wrote in the card and stuff. But yeah, when he's dropped them off, he's like handed them to her dad. So like he's like, hey Ross, the dad's name is, and take these flowers. Like these are for Tyler. Diezel's got them for you. Blah blah blah. Anyways, so Ross puts it on the bench top, and then he reads the card, and my dad's written in the card, "Happy Valentine's, baby. Can't wait to give you a little spank later." Blah blah blah. Like, just like a little, like I forgot what it was exactly, but it was like so bad. And Ross, like the dad's like, "What the fuck?" Apparently, and like has told like her mum like, "What's the go with this?" And then yeah, her mum was like, "Tyler, like, have you seen the card and all that?" Tyler looks at the card, just like, "Oh my god." Bad thing on me, I had to explain that my dad wrote in the card.
Which is probably even weirder.
Yeah, no, it's so bad. But yeah, that was my Valentine's Day, the first ever Valentine's with Tyler. But yeah. How bad is that, dude?
That is so bad. Imagine just like
Yeah. You know what's the worst part? Tyler didn't even tell the dad that it was my dad. He still thinks it's me, probably.
I thought the dad was going to think that your dad was saying he was going to spank him. That's what I kind of thought that was going.
That is very.
No, that only came up the other day. I was like, how the fuck have I not said that yet?
Fucking hell. We've got a thing over, but I'm not reading all that. So.
No, I ain't reading all that.
How'd your Valentine's date go?
It was good, dude.
Yeah.
We went to Morris and Jones. Have you heard of that?
I think so.
We went to this place. They got us some meals and then like 6 cocktails each. It was so
Ideal,
good.
you're taking a girl on Valentine. You really like her. Where are you taking her?
Morris and Jones.
Morris and Jones.
Morris and Jones. So
That's just a shout out.
I like it there. It's not no paid influence here.
It's just a shout out.
Yeah. No, they're good. Did you have a Valentine's?
Nah,
No?
I trained and I went to the gym.
Fuck, dude. That's
Basketball is
elite.
your Valentine.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
Valentine was a dumbbell. Damn right.
Yeah. Right to the leg press.
Straight to the leg press. How's your
Don't-
You can't say that, bro.
They're hurting my feelings recently.
back to basketball, I guess. I personally played at rep what you're playing at the moment going up, but never as high as you. Like I think Met 4 was the highest I got to, which is like, anyone familiar, it goes VC, state, and then Met 1 to 4, and then regional is just like ass.
Yeah.
But yeah, I played Met 4, and like there's already so much pressure when you're playing rep basketball, representing your like a stadium or league.
Yeah.
Having the added pressure of having your personal profile must be tough. And does your stadium ask for you to like do events for them or like give back to the thing using your social profile?
No, not really. I mean, my club isn't really involved with it too much.
Yeah, okay.
You know, I mean, yeah.
It's a separate entity, which is like fair
It's
enough.
really, I try and keep that pretty separate. You know, when I'm on the court, it's like
lock in?
I'm Baxter Newman. It's no
Yeah,
ROAD2USA.
exactly.
It's no BAX.
No, really.
Just,
Related to Julian Newman.
no, that kid's ass.
But genuinely, that's one of the examples where it's like he got like popularity by telling everyone how good he is, or his dad did.
Yeah.
That's the complete opposite to you, where you're like showing the improvement. He came out of the blocks and said, "Oh, I'm great. I'm 7 years old. I can handle ball like this."
I
Showing
think
it off.
if you're gonna be popular, or if I'm ever gonna be famous or popular, I want to be for the right reason.
Yes.
I want to for being a good guy who loves playing basketball and works hard.
Only the
That's
successful example I can think of where people have just come out, shown how good they are as the Ball brothers. I think they're doing like what Julian Newman did, but they were actually fucking good.
Yeah, they can actually hoop. Like
Yeah.
LeVar went 3 for 3. Mad respect to that
Yeah,
dude.
Yeah,
exactly.
because was it Jello made his song? He's
No,
now
Jello's the
artist or
rapper.
I
something.
might swerve in it. I don't know if you guys saw, but me and Baseline Iggy, we tried to make 10 threes in a row.
I saw that. Yeah.
And
how long did that take?
Oh my, it's so embarrassing. Like it shouldn't have taken any more than like 30 minutes. We got in there at 8 p.m. We left at 12:45.
And you're just trying to do 10 threes, like 1 for 1.
Yeah, we had to go. I reckon it would have been easier if we just went like 10 at a time.
Yeah.
But we had to go 1-1.
Yeah.
Iggy, if you're watching this, if you ever miss on 9 again, I'm gonna hurt you.
So you went for 1 for 1.
So it was like
Who was
backs.
missing?
It was like backs.
Oh, we
Iggy.
were both missing. To be fair,
was
I was
missing,
so I can't do him like that. But we were listening to Tweaker for the entire 4 hours
No.
because I was part of the thing, and I have never just like it was a good. I was like, oh, it's actually real. Like it's kind of weird, but I wasn't too mad about it. If I ever hear it again, I'm just like turn it off.
Yeah. So they go like 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, all the way up to 10.
Yeah.
So it's like if someone misses, they fuck up the whole thing. It's like on there.
Wait, so one.
Yeah.
So like 1, 1, and then you have to do 2.
No, 1, 1, 1. So that's 3. 1, 1, 1, 6. So they're doing 1 each.
Yeah, so it's just
Up to
like
10.
I shoot, he shoot, I shoot, he shoot, I shoot.
Oh,
he
and
shoot.
you're just counting 1, 2,
back and
3,
forth.
4.
Yeah.
And whenever one of us started shooting well, the other person started shooting bad.
There's like a different language with basketball, I swear. Like you like on social media and they're saying like all these terms
Emojis and stuff.
Yeah, and I'm just like, what the fuck? Like glazing and shit. Obviously that
there's
I
a
know what
whole-
that means, but like there's like so much other
There's a
Lingo.
whole realm.
yeah.
Like it's a whole lingo, like it's a whole new language. You kind of learn to speak it. Like I didn't even realize I'm speaking it, but then I just do.
It's like you need a translator when it's speaking basketball. It's like, you ass bum. You're shit.
I remember I was playing domestic basketball with the boys. We like just like play these fucking stupid teams, like men that are like 50. Nothing wrong with it. We're so for it. But
Yeah, don't be 50 years old. It's not allowed.
but yeah, we were like losing. We were losing by like 20, and then we come back. Anyways, I got fouled, and then the buzzer's gone, and like we're down by I think it was a draw. It was a draw or something, and we're down by like nothing. Like it was a draw. So I had 3 throws, free throws. Is that what it's called?
3 throws.
3 throws. I don't know. Dude, I suck at basketball. I missed both of them, and I like lost it for the
One
team.
thing that I was good at, Luke can vouch for this, free throw merchant. Like I did not miss free throws. Like I made 5, 7 in a row. I haven't played in like
7 in a row. He's still talking about it.
I haven't played in like 4 or 5 years, and
Yeah.
I hit 7 in a row straight out. I used to always be safe as fuck from the line, make every 2, make every 3.
That's what's up.
Where do you usually train? In court?
I will like I'm telling you
so?
right now, if there was a court, I've been at it. Like it doesn't matter if every court is booked out, I am training somewhere. I've been to, I'm from the eastern suburbs, but I've been to, MSAC, Narrandjeri. I was gonna go to Ballarat the other day to go train with some D1 guy, and that's far. Especially when you got to go public transport, it's pretty far.
I'm thinking actually of a story. When I played basketball, I filled in for my mates, had like a school team one time. And like, I didn't really know how to play basketball. So like, I was like kind of like tackling people and shit. And the ref was like arguing me, and I argued back with the ref, and I got ejected from the stadium.
I used to get tech fouls and shit as well.
Yeah.
Because
He's
fuck,
like,
you can't like touch him or anything.
He
Not
was
like you want to, but like,
Why would you want to touch the ref?
I touched no.
Diezel,
I
do
touched
not guard me.
I touched.
he's touching me, he's touching me, get away from me.
They call a foul as soon as like you try to block or some shit. I don't
You gotta
know.
know. You gotta pause. You have to know how to touch.
Yeah.
You gotta know like you gotta know like you can get away with little fouls, but it's just about knowing how to do it. Basketball.
I used to get like foul trouble every game, like, and then I would get mad that I'm on foul trouble, so I'd get tech fouls for arguing with the ref. It's just like I'm just like too footy based for basketball, I think, and I think that's the only
I
thing that
didn't
doesn't translate is like the physicality.
Oh yeah.
I didn't realize the refs can eject you because he's like, one more thing, I'm going to eject you. I was like, yeah, fuck you. And then he's like, yeah, that's it, you're out. And I was gone.
That's
But,
good.
We'll end on that one. So we'll do a conclusion.
no,
Thank you for joining us, Bax. Thanks
You bet,
for
thank you
coming on.
Thank you for having me.
Keep going. That's our number one message to you. We support you every step of the way. So nothing but love from us. Thanks for coming on.
Much love. Thank you for having me.
Appreciate it.
guys.
Appreciate it.
Let's get it. It's pissing down right now. So.
Yeah.